How are you? Hello? Welcome. Java with Joe live here on May 20th. It is pretty amazing that I have not seen you in 2 months. And I'm going to take off my mask because no one's around. And I am just excited to talk to you and to say hello, and it is pretty cool. This has been a tough little go for us, and I can't tell you how much I've missed all of you, both members and staff, and I wanted to take a little time to, in essence, just answer some questions, to also if you have any questions or anything to answer those as well, because that's important. But I wanted to answer some questions that I have heard. So I think that's important. Now, probably the biggest and the elephant in the room is, when are we going to open? So on Monday, the governor did something that he hadn't done since this pandemic happened, and that is address directly when health clubs and swimming pools would be open. And he said that he hasn't determined that specifically, but it looks like sometime in the next couple of weeks that will happen. I think on Friday he's going to give exactly what he's going to do. He's currently, and I may be off on this because I'm talking to you as he's having his press conference. He's currently going over several things in his press conference, and if someone asks him if when exactly health clubs will be open, we'll let you know, and let you know when we will open. It has been difficult in a couple of different ways, but I think more than anything, we want to make sure that you are safe, that you feel comfortable coming in here, that when you do come back, that things are clean and sanitized, and you can come in and feel comfortable being in the facility, no matter whether you do group fitness, you do our mind body classes, whether it be yoga or Pilates, whether you're working out in the fitness area, whether you decide to take a swim, whether you just come to say hello to some of the people here. It's will be incredibly important that we make you feel comfortable, and we'll continue to do that. And I think that's really the most important thing of anything, is making sure that you feel comfortable. So when we do that, when we get the okay, we'll contact you on several different platforms, whether it is through text. As soon as we know, we'll send you a text. As soon as we know, we'll send you an email. I'll personally send you an email, and in that email, I will talk about several things that have changed in the facility. It is, this word has, or this phrase has been bantied about quite a bit, our new normal. And it will be a new normal. The facility will not function the way we always have. And it will take a bit of getting used to. But it's something that I think is important, that we're able to come in and take care of our health and fitness needs, as well as take care of our aquatics needs, and do it in a safe and responsible way. Some of the things that we will be instituting is that if you enter the facility, you have to wear masks. I think that's important for the safety of others around you. Now, does that mean that I have to wear a mask when I'm doing vigorous exercise? No, it doesn't. But there's a fine balance with that as well. If you're on a piece of a cardio equipment, we're going to ask that you face forward and to do your exercising, and you can take off your mask. Once you finish that exercise, then you can put your mask back on. If you're doing weights, we're probably going to ask you to wear a mask in those situations. This is very new to us, and I think it's very new to everybody. So we are going to take our guidance from the Vermont Department of Health, CDC, as well, and how we operate. I think those things are incredibly important to keep you safe. Some other things that we will do, unfortunately, we will not have the locker rooms open. You will not be able to use the lockers, at least initially when we open. I think eventually we will open the locker rooms, but right now we're not going to do that. We're going to ask you to come dressed to work out, bring a sanitary bag when you come in. We'll provide cubby holes for you to put your bag in, and then to leave with your workout. Susan Van Abs, how are you? It's good to see you. Hopefully I'll be able to actually see you soon. Anyway, to put your bag in to your cubby and to then take it when you leave. Then we will come by and sanitize that cubby on a continual basis. Once again, we want to make sure that you feel comfortable when you come in and work out. Some other things that we are going to be doing, we're going to be taking your temperatures when you come in. The check-in procedure will be a little bit different from what you're used to. You'll come in, you'll swipe your membership card, and then we'll in the front we'll have a kiosk for you to take your temperature. Where you just go up, you put your wrist near the sensor. The sensor will determine whether you have a high temperature or not. We're going to put that line of demarcation at 100 degrees. So if you have a temperature of 100, we're going to ask you to sit down for a few minutes and then take your temperature again. If your temperature is still over 100 degrees, then unfortunately we're going to ask you to come back tomorrow. This, I think, is important to make sure that you get the proper medical attention that you probably deserve, as well as to make everybody in the facility safe. Excuse me, I'm going to do my little Java thing here. Since it is Java with Joe. Excuse me. If you're going to participate in aquatics, we're going to ask you to enter in a different door. We're going to ask you to enter the door of the rear of the competition pool. At that point, what you'll do is you'll swipe in, we'll take your temperature, same thing as in the front. If your temperature is under 100 degrees, and then you're good to go, and then you can go on and begin your swimming. Once again, we will not have shower facilities, and we will not have locker rooms. So you are to come in your swimming attire, wear a warm-up or something, go swim, dry off, and then we're going to, quite frankly, ask you to leave. We may limit the amount of time that you're able to swim as well. It is very, very important that we keep parameters to make everyone safe. Now, one of the things that we all have to do, depending on how the governor is going to allow us to open, is we may have to limit the number of people in the facility. If that's the case, then there may be time restrictions as to how long you're able to swim, how long you're able to be on the cardio equipment, how long you're able to be on the facility. Do we want to do that? Absolutely not. We want you to be able to come in and do what you want as long as you want. But unfortunately, that probably is not going to be the case. Hey, April, how are you? It's good to see you, my friend. So there are a lot of things that we're still trying to formulate. Quite frankly, we just don't know yet. We're gonna, get our guidance, like I said, from the Vermont Department of Health and the CDC as to what we're able to do. But the one thing that we will do is we will make sure that we do things in a safe manner. Like I said, we're working on a system right now where you're going to have to check in to classes. Classes will be limited. We will have fewer classes initially. Then we will expand as we go forward. This is very different from what we're used to. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thoughts on swim team and masters. We will have both of those things. Let me address swim team initially. We are getting guidance from both USA Swimming as well as New England Swimming and how we are going to conduct practices. There are protocols that are in place where the swimmers will be socially distant. We will limit the number of swimmers to a lane. So those are some of the things that we are doing. Master swimming, the same thing. Both Barbara and Scott have devised plans to set up their lanes where the swimmers will, in essence, be socially distanced. And I also want to say this. The one thing that both health professionals as well as Vermont Department of Health have said is that swimming is probably the safest sport that you can participate in. So hopefully, we'll be able to open soon. Now, there has been some confusion because they said on May 22nd, swimming pools can open with a limit of 10 people. They were referring to outdoor swimming pools when they were given that guidance. So it doesn't really affect us. We are an indoor pool, so they are very cautious in any indoor activity right now. If the governor, who is having a press conference right now, gives some guidance today, I'll absolutely pass that along, as well as. But he said, I believe on Monday, that there will be some guidance as far as health clubs and fitness facilities. So we await that, and as soon as we know, we will let you know. We will do it on all of our platforms, whether it is Facebook or email or text or any of our social media platforms. As soon as we know, we will let you know. And we would like to, if I'm hypothetically here, if as soon as we hear that we are open, whether it's the 1st or the 8th or the 15th, that we start swim team and masters that day. There will be some challenges, but we plan on absolutely doing that. One of the things also about the physical plan of both the competition pool and the warm water pool is we drain them and we clean them, and actually we're beginning the filling process of both those pools today. So it takes a little while for us to fill the pools and then get the chemicals right, as well as get the temperature. About 3 days for the temperature to be correct in either pool. Also, we are getting a new ventilation system in the competition pool. So the large duck sock that you saw that came across the middle of the competition pool is gone. We will have a new duck sock which will surround the outside of the pool and make cleaning the duck sock a lot easier as well. And the ventilation of the competition pool will be better as well. Lisa, how are you? It's so good to see you, and thank you for your correspondence on a continual basis. It is always good to see you. So I think that more than anything, I've heard from master swimmers and water volleyball players more than any segment of the UVAC family. So I'm excited to see them and to have them in the facility. One of the things that we've been doing is trying to connect with you on social media as well as email you. Erin Buck has done a tremendous job at sending the daily wave. In those daily waves, she's been sending exercises, as well as I've sent my Major's Minute, which each day will tell you something about the Upper Valley, about things concerning COVID-19, and yes, things about the facility. So what things are going on, and hopefully I will be able to tell you when we are going to open. I talked a little bit about us taking your temperature when you come in. That is something that will be new, and each and every day that you come in, you'll have to take your temperature. Like I said, this is unfortunately a new world, and it is going to be very, very different from us. We will have to socially distance if we have to wait for a period of time. If the cafe is open, we'll have dots on the floor where you can space each other out, so you don't even have to think about it. As far as the cardiovascular equipment in the fitness room, you'll have to use every other cardiovascular equipment. And the piece of equipment will be taken out of service. If it's an electronic piece of equipment, it will be unplugged. There will be cones to say whether in front of the piece of equipment to say if the equipment is in service or out of service. So there's no ambiguity with it at all. And it is something that we feel that we have to do to make sure that we are continually making you safe and comfortable here at the club. So it's something that is ongoing, and we may have to change things in midstream. We want your feedback. We're absolutely going to ask for your feedback once we open back up, and we're running for a couple of weeks on how things are going and if you feel comfortable. But these are some of the things that we have to do. If you had an opportunity last Saturday in the parking lot, we partnered up with the Vermont Department of Health to have a COVID-19 testing site, a pop-up site. The governor has mandated that he wants so many tests to happen in a certain week. So those pop-up sites will be coming back here. I am in negotiations right now with the Department of Health. It looks like that we will more than likely have another one the last week in May, next week. So stay tuned for that, and we'll, as soon as we know with that as well, we'll let you know. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to come and peek my head out of my house, or out of my office where I've been, and trying to get us ready to start. So I'm gonna want to say until we meet again, I'm gonna put my mask on, get ready to go out in the lobby and do some more work to make sure that we get ready for you. I cannot wait to see you, and I'm sad that it's been this long, but I am incredibly happy because I know each and every minute I'm just that much closer to seeing you. So enjoy, be safe, and I love you all, and I'll see you soon.